Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're talking about something huge. How AI is basically becoming the new chief sustainability officer for companies everywhere. It's moving out of the tech lab and right into the boardroom.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a stat that really tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just some passing trend. We're talking about a conviction, right from the top. A whopping 75% of executives are saying flat out that without AI, they're going to fail to meet their sustainability goals. Just fail.
So that really begs the question, right? Why all the urgency all of a sudden? I mean, what is AI actually doing that takes it from this, nice to have tech toy to something that's absolutely essential for a company's sustainability mission? Well, it all boils down to the business case, which has just become impossible to ignore. We've hit this tipping point where sustainability goals aren't just, a fluffy line in a press release anymore. They're starting to drive some serious financial performance. And look, the sheer scale of the economic opportunity here is, well, it's just staggering. A big analysis by PwC found that if we just apply AI in 4 key areas, think agriculture, water, energy, and transport, it could pump over $5 trillion into the global GDP. I mean, that is a huge incentive to go green. But wait, here's the kicker. This is the other side of that coin. While it's driving all that incredible growth, those same AI tools could slash global greenhouse gas emissions by 4%. Now, 4% might not sound like a lot, but to put that into perspective for you, that's like wiping the entire annual emissions of both Japan and Germany off the map. Combined, that's massive. So, what's the bottom line here? It's a true win-win scenario. For really the first time on a massive scale, AI lets companies break that old link between making more money and creating more pollution. You can actually grow the business without harming the environment. It creates value for the shareholders and for the planet. Okay, so how does this actually work, in the real world? Let's dive in and see how AI is making everyday operations just radically more efficient. It's finding savings in places we never even would have thought to look before. All right, check this out. Take Google's giant data centers. They basically handed over the keys to their super complex cooling systems to an AI from DeepMind. This thing just crunched thousands of variables in real time and figured out how to run the system way more efficiently than any human ever could. The result? It slashed the energy needed for cooling by an incredible 40%. And hey, this isn't just a one-off thing with Google. We're seeing these kinds of major wins all over the place. In factories, predictive maintenance is cutting downtime and waste. In cities, smart traffic AI is reducing fuel use. And in buildings everywhere, AI is lowering energy bills. It's happening across the board. But okay, it gets even cooler than that. It's not just about making old things work better. AI is now an engine for inventing completely new, sustainable solutions, right from scratch. Think about recycling, for instance. One of the biggest problems is just junk getting mixed in, contamination. But now you have these AI-powered robots with computer vision that can spot and sort different materials on a conveyor belt like super fast, with up to 95% accuracy. And what that does is it turns what used to be worthless trash into a really valuable resource. It's a game changer for the circular economy. And a huge piece of tech driving this is something called a digital twin. So what is that? It's basically a perfect virtual copy, like a video game version of a real-world thing, like a factory or supply chain. This lets companies test out all their green ideas in a simulation first. They can try a new material or a new process and perfect it, all before spending a single dime in the real world. And this tech is just speeding up breakthroughs all over the place. We're talking about AI helping scientists invent new kinds of low-carbon cement. It's helping fashion designers create patterns with zero fabric waste. And it's giving farmers tools that help them cut their water and fertilizer use by a ton. It's really incredible. Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But how does a company actually start doing this stuff? Well, the journey begins by taking those mountains of data that every single business is already sitting on and turning them into a clear, actionable plan. But there is a pretty big roadblock. A study from IBM found that only 4 out of 10 companies can automatically pull in the sustainability data they need. Think about that. For the other 60%, it's this manual, painful process, and we all know the old saying, right? You can't manage what you can't measure. This is where AI gives us a clear path forward. Step 1, it automates collecting data from all over the business. Step 2, it chews through that data and spits out real insights so leaders can see where to focus for the biggest impact.
Then you can use it to simulate different futures, kind of stress test your strategy. And finally, you use all that feedback to just keep getting better and better. But, let's be real. Using AI for sustainability isn't some magic bullet. It has its own set of challenges, and you absolutely have to go into it with your eyes open. A responsible approach is totally essential if you want to succeed. You've got to balance the incredible promise of AI against its potential downsides, right? I mean, the AI models themselves use a lot of energy. The systems have to be built to be fair and transparent. And super important, your people are going to need new skills to actually manage all this new tech. So the key here is to be proactive. That means doing things like minimizing the AI's own carbon footprint with smart coding and renewable energy. It means setting up clear rules to make sure it's fair. And, maybe most importantly, it means investing in training your employees to get them ready for this new reality. So, when you step back and look at all of this, the conclusion is just crystal clear. This quote really nails it. AI isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's a core strategic tool that speeds things up and opens doors to new possibilities that honestly just weren't there before. So, if there's one big idea to walk away with, it's this one. AI gives us the brainpower and the sheer scale to take on these massive, complex environmental problems. It lets businesses do so much more with less, get more insight, be more efficient, and have a bigger positive impact, all while using up fewer of our planet's precious resources. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The technology to speed up this journey to a sustainable future, it's here, it's ready. The only question left is about leadership. So, is your business ready to lead the way?